Well, g'day Plantifyers, Jess here, and welcome to today's video, which is a little vlog video because I've just gotten home from the Glasshouse Mountains crop swap, harvest swap, and I have a whole basket full of goodies that I managed to swap for today. And I thought I'd just do a little show and tell, and we can go through what I managed to get from my fellow gardeners here on the Sunshine Coast at today's harvest swap. So if you're interested to see what sort of goodies are in season at this time of year here and what sort of wonderful things you can maybe expect if you go to one of your local harvest swaps, let's have a look. And of course, if you ever want to come along to this particular swap, I will put a link to the Facebook page in the description below. It's a wonderful group of people, and hello to everybody who I saw at the swap today. If you happened to see this video, it was lovely to catch up with you all. So I took, of course, my own selection of things, which I will quickly show you now. I took lemon myrtle cuttings, I took seeds of loofah, okra, what else did I take? Nasturtium seeds. This time of year I have a lot of greens and things growing, so I took some butterfly pea cuttings, I took some Okinawan spinach cuttings, and a whole bunch of other things. So it was great to see some of those find some new homes. And of course, in exchange, I ended up with a whole bounty of things here in my little harvest basket. So what should we start with? Let's start with the obvious thing sitting on top here. This is a loofah. It is enormous. This is a variety I don't have. I actually just grew my first loofah this week without realizing it, and that is a different variety of loofah to this one. So I was very excited to get this one because this is a mature one. So I'm going to let this dry out, peel it, get the sponge from inside, the loofah sponge from inside, and also of course get the seeds so that I can grow some of these ones as well. I also got from the same swapper 2 hands of bananas, which is fantastic. So I've got my first lot of bananas happening right now, but they won't be ready for a while yet. So I was very excited to grab these ones because not only do I eat bananas almost every day in my smoothies, I also want to do an experiment with using tomato. I also want to do an experiment using banana skins underneath my tomato plantings to see if that actually has any sort of impact because of the potassium in the banana skins. So this is going to be very helpful for that once they have ripened up and I've peeled them off. So the next thing we're going to pull out is some sage. So I've got some lovely fresh sage here. I might dry this, I haven't decided yet, but I think I'll probably dry it. I've never tried to grow sage from cuttings. I think I do have some lurking somewhere in the garden, but I think I might just dry these out and keep these as herbs to eat. We have as well here an elderberry. So I'm very excited about this elderberry because I've been wanting one for a while now. And I got this from Corinne and Jess, who run the swap, who are wonderful people. And so I'm very excited to get this in the ground. Now, apparently it does have a habit of spreading somewhat. So I'm going to have to be careful where I put this because I don't want it to turn into an environmental weed, which it probably has the propensity to do in our climate. So I'm going to have to be careful about where I put this, but I'm excited to have elderberries so that I can do things with those. All right, so we've got a few things on top now. The nice thing about this harvest swap and many that I've been to is that people don't just bring fresh produce and seeds and things. Often people will bring stuff they have made from their produce. So let's look at a few of those things now because they're on top. So we've got some lovely banana bread here, 2 small little loaves of banana bread here. We have some Worcester sauce, which, given that I'm married to an Englishman, was definitely something I knew he would be interested in. We've got some beautiful raw honey. So I have honey quite often in my tea, and I think I've only bought like 1 jar of honey in the last year or two because almost every time I go to a swap, somebody seems to have honey, and I managed to get a hold of some honey. So very happy to get another jar of honey from some local bees, and it always tastes so different because it's always from a different time of year and slightly different area, so you always have a different bouquet of flowers that the bees have used to make the honey. Next we have some pineapple jam, so I'm very excited to try that. This is a pineapple growing region. I personally grew up just down the road from many pineapple farms as a child, so it is a very common crop around these parts. I actually have a bunch growing in my garden at the moment, but they haven't given me pineapples yet. I'm waiting, I'm hoping it's going to be this year. This one's pretty special. Figs in port. What? That sounds amazing. So that is a nice little gourmet treat that I picked up. I'm looking forward to trying the figs in port. And finally, some bath salts made with herbs and flowers from the garden. So this is called Goddess Energy, and it has cinnamon, lavender and peppermint, invigorating and grounding. So it smells amazing. So this will be a beautiful addition to a future bath. I'm very much looking forward to that as well. Next, we've got some more plants. So we have here, now these are not food plants, these are decorative. They are night flowering cactus, but I just really love the look of them, and I think I get the feeling that they're going to turn into nice big like flowy plants. So this will be a nice addition to either my balcony or my indoor garden. It might even be something I can potentially put up in my skylight garden, but I'm going to pot them up and grow them up and see how they actually grow before I make a decision as to where I want to put those. Okay, next. We have some turmeric ready to go back in the soil because it still has its leaves on it. So 2 big clumps of turmeric, which is awesome. I have a whole bunch of ginger growing, but I didn't have any turmeric yet. It grows amazingly in our climate, so I'm very happy to get my hands on that. So that's going to go out this afternoon straight into the soil. It will die back soon because it is autumn, mid-autumn now, but I want to get it into the soil. I'll probably break off a little bit of it and keep it, but I'll see if it'll grow any more this season. Speaking of pineapples, got a pineapple top from someone, so I can pop that in the garden and turn that into a new pineapple in a couple of years' time. Can never have too many pineapple tops to put in the garden. We have, oh, this is a baby loofah. So that big massive loofah, this is when it's much younger. And I grabbed this because I was curious to actually try it, because you're supposed to be able to eat them when they're this sort of size. So we're going to open this up and chop it up and see if it's actually edible or whether I need to get it even smaller to eat it. We shall find out. That's a mystery. All right, I've got a couple of my lemons. So these will be a great addition to cooking or baking. Sometimes what I'll do if I have a glut of, or I manage to get my hands on a lot of lemons, is I'll actually juice them and freeze the juice in ice cube containers and then pop it in the freezer, so we always have fresh lemon juice for recipes. That's a nice way to save lemon and have your own fresh lemon juice rather than using that squeezy stuff from the supermarket. And finally, something I was very excited about, because I've been trying to get my hands on these and I have not had any luck growing them in the past, chocos. So we've got some green chocos and we've got some white chocos. Now these grow incredibly well in our climate, but I have tried to sprout and grow them before and I've not had any luck. And I think generally what has happened is they've either rotted because they've gotten too wet, or they've dried out before they've actually rooted. So I'm going to try my best with these chocos to actually get them to sprout and get some plants, because that is what I want out of them. Because once I get one choco vine going, we will never run out of chocos again in our lifetime. So that is my goal with these, and I'm excited to have both varieties of choco as well. If you're not familiar with chocos, because you don't live in our climate or you're not a gardener in the subtropics or tropics, they're wonderful plants that grow in our climate really easily. And they have kind of some people don't like the flavour so much. It's a bit of a nothing burger of a flavour, but so is a lot of things like, you know, zucchini has and cucumber don't have particularly strong flavours, although some varieties do, but it's kind of a filler that you can put in soups and stews, and you can fry it up with butter and flavors, and it's a very versatile vegetable because it can kind of go in lots of different things. So I'm really keen to get these growing. And I think that's it. The only thing I've got left lurking in here is some of our own chilies that we took, and I didn't manage to get rid of all of them. So I'm gonna have to make some chili jam, which we tried a new chili jam recipe last week, and it was amazing, and it has like a weird ingredient you would never expect. And I'm going to do a video on that chili jam recipe very soon. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see that chili jam recipe. I'm planning on that in the next few weeks because we have a glut of chilies at the moment on our own cayenne. These are cayenne. They're quite big. I'm like, where can you, size of my head, quite big cayenne chilies. So chili jam or chili sauce is an excellent thing to do with them. And we eat a lot of like frittatas that we eat pretty much for lunch every day, frittata / omelette, because you can just chuck whatever you've got in the garden into that. And chili jam is an excellent condiment to have with that, just FYI, if you've never tried that. I almost forgot, I had 2 more things outside. And I was like, oh no. So firstly, we have lots of worm juice, or worm tea, or worm wee, or whatever you want to call it. The leachate from a worm farm. So one of the swappers had a whole bunch of this left over. So he was very kind to bring some along. So I do have a worm farm, but I'm low on worm leachate at the moment. So I was very excited to get my hands on this for certain parts of my garden. And of course, finally, I also have some tomato seedlings. Now there's 4 different varieties here. And these are from my mate Phil, who's Farmer Phil. He's actually given me a bunch of seedlings already this week because he was very kind to give me some seedlings in exchange for a shout out. So shout out to Farmer Phil. I'll put a link to his Facebook page below if you are in the region. He sells his seedlings at the Witter Market every month, and he has a whole variety of different ones. So, oh, we have a delivery interfering with us. It's a Sunday. Why is there a delivery? Give me 1 moment, please. And I'm back. Sunday delivery. What is going on? Anyway, that happened. So, tomato seedlings. We have 4 varieties here. I have a Tigerella, which is an heirloom bushy variety. I have San Marzano, which is an Italian heirloom plum-shaped variety. I have a Cherokee purple beefsteak variety. Sounds awesome. And I have an Oxheart, which I think some of you may have heard of before. It's a globe-shaped variety. So that is going to be fantastic. I actually have a whole bunch of other tomato seedlings. I have more tomato seedlings that I know what to do with, and I'm not quite sure where they're all going to go, but we'll do our best. And that is everything that I got at this month's harvest swap. These flowers are not from any swap, nor are they from my garden. They are from the shops because Nick bought them for me for my birthday, because it was my birthday yesterday. So he brought me home some flowers, which was very nice of him. And I also went shopping to the garden centre and bought myself some flowers to put in my garden. I bought a whole bunch of different viola colours that I don't have yet. So I'm excited to plant those out this afternoon. That is what my plan is for the afternoon, is to get out while it's not raining into the garden and get some things in the ground. So thank you for hanging out with me with this little garden vlog today. Let me know if you're curious about anything that I talked about in today's video, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.